Hi, welcome to Nomis Academy. This time, we'll be dealing with total surface area of a sphere. Total surface area of a sphere. Hi, welcome to Nomis Academy. This time, we'll be dealing with total surface area of a sphere. Total surface area of a sphere. Yes. What is even a sphere? For the purpose of writing, a sphere is a three-dimensional shape that is perfectly round and symmetrical. A sphere is a three-dimensional 3D shape that is perfectly round and symmetrical. It is a set of points that are equidistant from a central point called the center. A central point called the center. This is what I mean by a sphere. I believe you've seen many objects in this shape. So this is what we call sphere. Like your football is a sphere, like the shape of the earth is spherical in shape, even though that the spherical is particular about earth, such that the top and the bottom is a bit flattened. So that one we call it geoid. But this is a perfect round and symmetrical shape. So it is a sphere. So you can see it. This is the center. Said it's the center. It is a set of points that are equidistant, meaning that from this point, I mean the center, it is of the same distance to the top, any angle of this circumference, any part of the circumference. So you measure. So unlike the earth, I made an example. So if we are talking about the shape of the head, since it is flattened at the top and at the bottom, you know that it will not be equidistant from the top and the bottom to the center, but the other side might be equidistant. But in this case of total surface area of a sphere, in the case of a sphere, I'm telling you that from the center to any point of the circumference or of this point, of this round point, it is equidistant. Equidistant. So that is what a sphere is. So today that we want to deal with total surface area of a sphere, we need to know the formula of the total surface area of a sphere. Now imagine that this sphere is made up of circles, round, 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 round. So we all know that the area of a circle is pi r squared, right? Good. So these circles that could make up these circles that could make up the sphere is now being integrated into having the formula total surface area equals to 4 pi r squared. 4 pi r squared. So pi, we all know, is equal to 22 over 7. Pi is the ratio of circumference to diameter of a circle, right? So 22 over 7, which could be taken as 3.14 to 2 decimal place. And r is the radius of the circle. The radius of the circle. Know what the radius is. So that line that is drawn from the point of the circumference to the center of the circle. So these are what are contained in the formula to calculate total surface area of a sphere. So let's solve some questions using this formula and see how to calculate the total surface area of a sphere. So a sphere has a total surface area of 100 pi centimeters squared. What is the radius of the sphere? So let's go into the solution. Solution. I've told you any question that is regarding you to apply a formula. That formula must be stated first. TSA, what do I mean? Total surface area of sphere is equal to 4 pi r squared. So from the given parameters, the TSA is given. The TSA is equal to 100 pi. R is not given, and we all know pi to be 3.14. So let's apply the formula to calculate for the value of R. So TSA of sphere is equals to 4 multiplied by 3.14 multiplied by r squared. So since this has been given to be pi, meaning that we should not express the value of pi at this side. That will help us to eliminate pi from the left hand side so that we can have our radius to be the subject of the formula. So we can then write to be 4 pi r squared. So since we need to eliminate 4 and pi from here, we will divide both sides by 4 pi, so that pi cancel pi, 4 divided 4 2. So pi cancel pi, 100 divided by 4 is 25. So r squared is equal to 25. This is not the final answer. In your options, you could see 25. But remember, you are looking for the radius, not the square of the radius. So there is need for you to find the square root of both sides. Square root both sides. So when you square root both sides, square root here cancels the square. And the square root of 25 is 5. So R is equal to 5 centimeter. 5 centimeter. So how did I get this centimeter? I know you want to ask. Remember that the total surface area is 100 pi centimeter squared. So there is a centimeter squared at this side, and the radius has centimeter squared. So I should have centimeter. So since this r is carrying a squared, so we'll be left with centimeter squared. So when we find the square of this, when you find the square root of this 25 centimeter squared, we'll be left with a centimeter too, because the square root is applicable to the centimeter squared too. So we'll be left with 5 centimeter. So let's take example 2. Example 2 says, what is the total surface area of a sphere whose radius is 7 centimeter? Let's go into the solution, and just by applying the formula. So recall that the formula says that total surface area of sphere is equal to 4 pi r squared. And given that pi is equal to 22 over 7, you know that, and radius here is 7 centimeter. So let's apply the formula. Total surface area of this particular sphere is 4 multiplied by 22 over 7 multiplied by 7 centimeter multiplied by 7 centimeter, because we have 7 centimeter squared. So I can simply say 7 cancel 7. So I'm left with 4 times 22. 4 times 22 times 7 centimeter squared, because I have centimeter multiplied by centimeter. So this is 88 multiplied by 7 centimeter squared. So 7 times 8 is 56. I have 5 kept. 7 times 8 is 56. 56 plus 5 is 61. So that is 616 centimeter squared. So the value of the total surface area of a sphere with radius 7 centimeter is 616 centimeter squared. And that is the final answer. So let's take the third example. The third example now is a word problem. So let's take it. The question says a manufacturer produces spherical balls with a radius of 9 centimeters. If the material used to make one ball cost 50 naira per square centimeter, what is the total cost of material for one ball? Okay, let's begin to analyze the statement and make it a question, an equation. So let's begin to make it an equation. A manufacturer produces spherical balls with a radius of 9 centimeters. So that means we are dealing with a sphere. This spherical ball suggests that we are dealing with a sphere. Good. If the material used to make one ball costs 15 naira per square centimeter, what is the total cost for making the entire ball? So that means I will need to find the total surface area of the ball. So the total surface area of the ball, that is spherical ball, surface area of the spherical ball, I know it to be 4 pi r squared. So that is 4 over 1 multiplied by 22 over 7 multiplied by 9 over 1 multiplied by 9 over 1. So let's get it. What is divisible? Nothing. So let's go into 4 times 22 should be 88 multiplied by 81 divided by 7. So 88 multiplied by 81. That is 7,128 divided by 7. So when divided by 7, we have 1,018.3 centimeters squared. So we have 1,018.3 centimeter squared to one decimal place. It's approximated to one decimal place. So if the total surface area of the ball is 1,018.3 centimeters squared, and the cost of making this whole ball costs 50 naira per square centimeter, what is the total cost for one ball? So what I will just do is that since the total surface area is 1,018.3, so per square meter 1 square meter, that is what I mean by per square meter. 1 square centimeter rather is 50 naira. So how much would be 1,018.3 centimeter squared or squared centimeter? I hope we understood this question very well. So I'll just multiply it by 50 naira now. Multiply it by 50 naira. So if I multiply it by 50 naira, that is just 10,183 centimeters squared multiplied by 5. How did I arrive at 10,183? This is 5 times 10. So I can just say 10 multiplied by this. So I'll just arrive at 10,183 such that the decimal point goes behind. So I have 10,183 multiplied by 5. So 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 8 is 40 plus 1, 41. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 4, that is 9. 5 times 0 is 0. And 5 times 1 is 5. So that should cost 50,000 naira 915. 50,915 naira. 50,915 naira. And that is the final answer for that. I hope you understood all we did today. Bye bye. See you in the next video.